Hello, my name's Karen Balby. I'm the Technical Manager here at Radley's, and I'd like to introduce the all-new AVA software. This is a very quick introduction to the various features of AVA. There's other videos available that go through things in more detail. To begin with, I'm going to create a new experiment by going to New, choosing a background image, in this example reactor ready. All the other configurations, as you can see, are shown here, such as a standard reactor, a hot plate, a Lara, and so on. Just going to click Create to open my reactor ready example. This gives me a window here, my apparatus window, into which I can add apparatus. So I click on any of the control zones. I can add, for example, a circulator with a temperature probe, click on the white space to apply, and then add a stirrer. Click on the icon, again click on the white space to apply, perhaps add a pump and a balance, and also a pH meter just as a monitor the reaction for me. Now I have two options for control, one from the apparatus window and one from the schedule. I'm just going to start off the apparatus initially from here directly, hit the start button, prompts me to save my experiment. I'm also going to start the reactor and running to reaction control, and I would like that to go to 45, so I'm going to start that circulator running. My actions in the apparatus window, if I zoom in along the schedule, are tracked for me in the schedule, so you can repeat what you've just done at any time. To increase the stirrer speed, you can use the arrows, or I can just type a new value in the box itself. So I'm just going to stop the circulator and the stirrer and concentrate on the fact that the steps have been tracked for you, which means that if you switch to schedule control by clicking on the schedule, clicking continue just to OK that control mode change, give another file name, another set of data, and then you can click play. This then repeats the same steps that we just did in the apparatus window for us. So it's a very useful feature because you don't need to worry about creating complicated experiments or recipes. It will just track for you the actions that you've done in the apparatus window throughout the day and allow you to repeat that same process the next day or whenever suits you. Just going to click stop and show you creating a schedule from the beginning. Just going to delete what we have here, start from the beginning. Another experiment name because we have another set of data. Click back on the schedule mode just to activate schedule control. I can change the duration of the step by entering minutes here, or if I zoom out, by dragging the window to increase the time as well. If I click on the stirrer, that becomes active. I can then set the speed that I wish for the stirrer, and then I can add the steps as I wish. So perhaps I want the temperature to ramp, hold at 80, and then cool down. And to increase the time for my plateau, and perhaps I want a little addition here of, I don't know, 75 grams in 20 minutes. So you can very quickly set up a schedule. You don't need to worry about it too much because you can edit the values whilst it's running, change the mass that you wish to add, the temperature, any variables you like, add steps, delete steps. So it's no problem there. Just going to start my schedule off running, and the AVA schedule is going to make its way through the various steps that you've put in place. You've got end conditions and so on as a default here. So for example, it's going to actually pause at this moment here until it's reached your 30 degrees, which I've asked it to go to, and then it's going to move on to the next ramp step. You have your graph views here, which you can configure to show anything you like on any of the graphs, A to D. You also have an event log where you can add comments. This information is time-stamped and put against the data values at that moment in time. I can skip the schedule, and I can also put in automatic pause points, so if I need to add something here and make sure I'm here, as the schedule gets to there, it will display a message on the screen to say add X in this example, and it will wait for me to do so before it then continues. So if you get caught up in meetings or whatever else, you can assure to be there when you need to be. Just going to stop that running and then just quickly show you the report feature, which enables you to create a report from the actions that you've just done, either as a rich text document, and this gives you a preview of what that will look like, including all the views, the graphs and so on, your setup information, or you can export your data to a CSV here. So that is just a very fast overview of the AVA software and its features. The file menu here gives you links to setup guides, video tutorials and so on that go through things in detail, and there's also another video which is quite a lot longer than this one, which goes through things a bit slower. Thank you very much.